What up, fam? It's your boy, T3. Raiders Tea Time. It's time to have a conversation. Yes, we talked about it earlier. We're going to bring it back again. Real talk, real fans, real things. 10 toes down. Your man holding it down. Raiders. What's going down? Raider Tea Time. It's your boy, T3, RT3. Yes, let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Come talk to your boy. So, conversations is heating up. Things is going down. Drills is hitting town. Combine is going around. Let's go. So now this conversation with Matt Stafford is coming up. Now, if you watch the video, if you've been paying close attention to what's going down and what's the get down and what's the conversation's all about, you know, when we was talking about possible people coming in on free agency, but Matthew Stafford would have to be traded. I've talked about this before. I talked about it a little back, probably a few days ago, when I was like, look, I'm not giving up my 6th round pick for Matthew Stafford. I need a 4 to 5 year contract and a Super Bowl trophy. I still stand on that, bro. Okay, so a lot like the Ben Johnson conversation, a lot like the Ben Johnson talk, it feels the same way. It felt like, you know, we was getting ready to get Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was on his way to the Raiders, and then he signed to Chicago. Well, same thing here. Looks like conversation is coming up, and it looks like Stafford is on his way to Vegas. But is this a reality? I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get my hopes up and my speculations up and say something's going down, especially if I don't know what's going down like that. Like, the word is out there, but the word was out there with Ben Johnson too. So, what are we looking at if we bring in Matt Stafford? Do we get an elite quarterback? Yes. Do we get a quarterback that can sling it all over the yard? Yes. Do we have a quarterback that's won a Super Bowl? Yes. So he's been in the league. I want to say he's 37. He's thrown for 4,000 yards every which way around. He has been injury, which is a 37-year-old quarterback, within the last 3 to 4 years. Back problems. What do you want? Do you want a quarterback with back problems coming into your franchise? Especially with a line that has not been solidified yet. Yes, I like JPJ as our center. I like DJ Glaze as our right tackle. And I like Colton Mitter as our left tackle, It's going to be the guard positions that we're going to be really, really needing to look at. Now, it's going to be looking like a what you want to call him, Kirk Cousins kind of a deal, 4-year deal. Almost like $100 million guaranteed, probably closer to $90 million guaranteed contract with us. I would say he'll probably play 3 solid years. A lot like bringing in Pete Carroll. This is a win now moment to be competitive. I still need a run at the Lombardi Trophy. Like, let's real talk this situation. If I'm bringing in a guy like Matthew Stafford, I want a good run. I mean, a solid run by year 2. Not by year 1. By year 2, I want a solid run at the Lombardi Trophy, and I need that joint to be fire. Like, we on the cusp of like one play away of getting into the Super Bowl kind of a situation. That's what I'm looking at. If I'm bringing in Matt Stafford, I'm bringing in that kind of caliber quarterback, that kind of style and skill, that kind of contract, that kind of money with the compensation. Oh, did we say compensation? Doesn't look like they're going to take our 1st round draft pick if this goes down. Giant if this goes down. But it does look like a 2nd round this year and a 2nd round next year. Possibly a 1st round 3rd year. Like, I'm looking at a 2, 2, and a 1 is what the Rams are looking at and what they want in compensation wise. I would do a 2, a 3, and a 2. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But any first-round picks for Matthew Stafford at a 37-year-old quarterback on a 4-year deal, with especially not having a franchise quarterback in there. AOC could be looking at look, I know a lot of folks is talking about, look, when your boy McDummy took over the job as the head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders, they got rid of Derek Carr to bring in Jimmy G. Now, I called that. I called it was going to be a Jimmy G moment, and I knew it was going to be a bad move. I said it from the beginning. Jimmy G was not going to be good because Jimmy G hadn't been good since he left the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy G was okay with the Patriots where he was drafted at. I think he worked well on the Belichick system, which is why your boy McDummy brought him in. But that was the Belichick system. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jimmy G worked well with the 49ers, but at the same time, I didn't think he was a dynamic quarterback. I felt like they won in spite of Jimmy G. So I knew Jimmy G coming to us was not going to be the legit, was not going to be the one. I knew it. And sure enough, first year in, trash. You know what I'm saying? So Stafford is a different deal. Stafford, look, regardless of what he went through in Detroit, where he played 12 years into Detroit, he was a good quarterback. He just was injury prone his first, I want to say, 5-6 years in the league. Like, he had bad offensive line. And the man had Megatron, one of the biggest, baddest, beautifulest wide receivers in the world that was coming up in the game, and they just could not make it. So then they traded Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? They did a flip-flop, switch-swatch. You know what I'm saying? Jared Goff is looking good in Detroit. Matthew Stafford took the Rams to the Super Bowl and beat the Cincinnati Bengals for that run, that finally getting him a Super Bowl trophy in that year. So it worked out for them in that aspect. Will it work that way out for our Las Vegas Raiders? Again, contract, okay, fine. I already said we're going to have to overpay. No matter who we get in free agency, the fact that we're the Las Vegas Raiders and we're a team that is on an upcoming, not a winning franchise, we're going to have to pay for whatever free agent, overpay for whatever free agent we bring in here. But this is not a free agent. This is a trade. This is I'm taking your problem and I'm going to give you 3 of my problems. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening here with this particular trade with Matthew Stafford. And I don't know how I feel about that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I have to wait till he gets in the building. I have to see how he looks in a silver and black jersey. I have to see a whole bunch of things. But I'm not going to flip-flop and say that I don't have expectations. I have expectations. Now, I'm going to roll with my team no matter what. Let's be real with the situation. No matter what we do and how we get down, I'm going to support my Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a true, bona fide, 100% all the way down Jamarcus Russell. Oh, my God, why did we do that fan? But you know what I'm saying? But this is where we are. This is what we're looking at. This is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to do but to support? But I'm going to have reservations. Now, what does that mean for the number 6 pick? Do we go after the number 1 running back in the game, Jency? If you bring in a guy like Matthew Stafford, you have to bring in the running game. There is no stinking way we're going to bring in a man like Matthew Stafford and not solidify the offensive line, not get in the running game, and not bring in a receiver. Like, those 3 things are absolute what we're going to do. And we will see, because if we give up the 2nd round draft pick, that means we're not picking up a quarterback probably until like the 3rd or 4th round, which means Jackson Dart is out. I'm feeling Jalen Milroe is out. Dylan Gabriel, who I just talked about, that's going to be out. So now we're going deeper in. We're going to be looking at a Ewers. We're going to be looking at a Will Howard out of Ohio State. These are the folks that we're going to be looking at with AOC. So it's going to be Matthew Stafford, AOC, and question mark. That's what we're looking at right now. So let's see what we do. Because we're in win now, build up to the 2nd year now. And if let's say we got Matthew Stafford and we do a 10-win season, we're not in position to get the 1st round draft pick quarterback that's coming up, who is most likely Archie Manning, from the Manning family. You know what I'm saying? an option. We would have to trade up. The scenarios are real, folks. The question, this is going to be by far the most intriguing. Tom Brady, Spy Tech, our new coach, Pete Carroll, and stinking our offensive coordinator coming together. Oh, gosh. Woo! Palpitations, y'all. Palpitations. All right, folks, it's the weekend. Combine's finishing up. I want to say, quarterbacks, I want to say are Saturday. So today yesterday we had the defensive tackles and linebackers. Today, most likely we're going to see a lot of the offensive line guard play. Definitely let's keep an eye on the O-line, because the O-line we're going to have to pick up at least two more O-linemen. I would pick up 2 more O-linemen in this year's draft. As well as go into free agency to get an offensive lineman, just so we can create depth and rotation and protection for whoever is sitting under center in the silver and black. Guys, I don't know. Your boy got questions. Let's see if they find me some answers. You know what I'm saying? All right, until then, Raider Nation, let's do what we do. AP, stay up, my friend. The more stuff that come out, I find out about last year's regime, the more I got appreciation for what AP did and what he had to fight through. I just wish he had an opportunity to keep this rolling. But we wouldn't be here with this particular offseason and what everything that's going on right now. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, optimism is in the air. You know what I'm saying? But until then, AP, Raiders.